I'm a crime scene cleaner, and today's job involves a foodie who calls herself a culinary curator, which is rich considering she thought truffle oil is an actual ingredient and not just bougie Axe body spray for pasta and french fries. The victim was 29-year-old Hadley, a self-declared food thought leader with a verified TikTok, a brand deal with HelloFresh, and a podcast where every other fucking sentence talked about replacing a perfectly respectable ingredient with cottage cheese for extra protein and that creamy mouthful your taste buds will thank you for. No, they will not thank you, Hadley. You know why? Because they are tired of being lied to and they miss mayo and ricotta cheese. Anyway, Hadley went viral last year for crying into a cheesecloth after a Michelin-starred chef corrected her pronunciation of gnocchi, which, that is a tough one. But apparently emotional resilience wasn't included in her ethically sourced, emotionally stunted farm-to-table upbringing. Maybe being fed oat milk from a dropper as a baby turned her into the kind of woman who calls trauma when someone politely corrects her while making eye contact. The backbone of a fucking macaron and the ego of a croissant. Anyway, cause of death was officially blunt force trauma, specifically with a marble, mortar, and pestle. You know what those are? You do. You've seen them. It's like that caveman core sticking bowl combo that people insist on using to crush pink Himalayan salt and heirloom peppercorns when salt and pepper packets from Wendy's would do just fine. Maybe even better, if I'm being honest. And it's also very convenient. You just stick them in your purse. Whatever. I walked in and it smelled like saffron and death. Hadley was slumped over a kitchen island, face first, in a $300 charcuterie board that said "Brie mine." Calm down. There's also blood spatter on a framed quote that said, "You can't make everyone happy. You're not an avocado." All right, listen. Real talk for just a minute. I really try not to judge people whose entire identity revolves around infused olive oil. But if you're out here quoting salami like scripture and squirting over a deconstructed creme brulee that looks like last week's stomach virus in a mason jar, I'm just going to tell you right now, the universe will eventually fight back. You know, the killer was probably someone who snapped after the 5th time. Hadley, rest in peace, by the way. I'm so sorry she died, but probably it was like the 5th time she described her palate as being intuitive. How much can people stomach? As I mopped up congealed beetroot reduction and blood off stone chip flooring, which was a bitch to do, might I add, I couldn't help but think somewhere deep in the algorithm, another foodie at that precise moment was rising up to fill the content void, armed with nothing but a NutriBullet blend and arrogance to taste. But what do I know, guys? I'm just a corpse cleaner.